Live from the Scripps Studios, this is 10 News.
We start with breaking news in La Mesa, the huge police response to a social media threat against Helix High. I'm Virginia Cha.
And I'm Melissa Messiha in for Jason Martinez.
Let's get right to 10 News reporter Jared Aarons, who's live at the school. Jared, police are saying that this whole thing was a hoax?
Yeah, Melissa, Virginia, the threat that was on Snapchat, just a joke, but no laughing matter for La Mesa police. They moved every available officer and detective off of whatever they were working on and onto this investigation to make sure that Helix High was safe. And that took up a lot of manpower. Police officers swarmed this school this morning, and there were several cars still on campus all day long. Helix High, though, never went on lockdown. The police quickly found and detained the two students who posted that threat. They tell us neither kid had any weapons or even any access to weapons, but it caused quite a stir on campus.
The teachers are fearful, the students are fearful, and Helix High School did a great job of getting us involved right from the beginning.
And the school sent this email to parents saying that they take all threats seriously, and the investigation could result in criminal prosecution or even expulsion from the school. By the way, it is third quarter finals week here at Helix High School, but no one is saying whether or not this prank was maybe an effort to get out of a test. Live in La Mesa, Jared Aarons, 10 News.
It will be interesting to find out. Thank you, Jared. Now, 10 News found out about this story from a news tip. If you have a story you'd like us to cover, send us an email to tips@10news.com. And we have breaking news out of Oceanside, where police are checking out a suspicious death at a construction site. Police got the call about the body just after 5 this morning. It was at a home under construction on Windward Way. That's near North Pacific Street. 10 News will bring you more details as we get them.
Happening now, city leaders are showing off their new smart traffic signals. You are looking live at one of the signal locations. This is near the Bevmo on Rosecrans. The city has installed adaptive traffic signals in Point Loma and the Midway area to improve traffic flow. These smart signals can actually talk to one another to adjust lights, which can help speed up traffic. Since they've been installed, they started last fall, the signals have cut the commute by as much as 25%. We're staying on top of this, and we'll bring you some more details here shortly. Developing story now, a live look at the U.S. House of Representatives. Some of the lawmakers there, they've been at it all night battling, lawmakers fighting over their Republican plan to repeal and replace the Affordable Care Act. ABC's Lana Zach is in Washington with the nation's top healthcare groups denouncing that new plan.
An all-nighter on Capitol Hill as the battle over Republican health care forged ahead.
Costs are skyrocketing. Deductibles are going through the roof. And this is what you've come up with. This is a bad joke.
One committee going until 4 a.m., another working through dawn and a full 24 hours.
Buckle in, because we will go until we're done with the amendments.
Democrats pulling out all the stops, doing everything possible to derail the new GOP bill.
I guess if we have to stay all night, I'll stay all night to offer my amendment. I don't think it's junk. I think it's an important idea.
At one point, debating an amendment to change the name of the bill to the Republican Pay More for Less Act. Meanwhile, many of the nation's leading healthcare groups, including AARP, are denouncing the plan as one early review projects up to 10 million Americans could lose their health insurance. That's despite President Trump's promise of insurance for everybody.
He's in a very much of a sell mode.
Trump, the businessman turned president, now out to make a deal, reaching out to conservative critics who have called the plan Obamacare 2.0.
The bill as it stands now has serious problems, but I'm encouraged that the president indicated they're working to make it better.
The American Medical Association wrote a letter to Congress citing an expected decline in health insurance coverage and potential harm to vulnerable patients. But one conservative group has launched a $500,000 TV ad blitz to support the plan. Janae Norman, ABC News, Washington.
Happening right now, the family of a man shot and killed by El Cajon police is holding a news conference. This news conference is just getting started here. That's Reverend Shane Harris of the National Action Network. They are planning a march next month in El Cajon. And you can see all of them getting ready. And what this group wants, they want Officer Richard Gonzalez to be fired. Now let me go ahead and show you the video where you see him right there in the middle. He's the one closest to Alongo. In January, District Attorney Bonnie Dumanis said Officer Gonzalez was justified in shooting Alongo.
We have a breaking news update from Rolando, where police are now looking for the man who just started firing shots into this hookah lounge. This is the Blue Nile Hookah Lounge. It opened up recently on El Cajon Boulevard. There were customers inside last night when the man walked up. He was wrapped in a blanket, pulled out a gun. Everybody inside ran for cover.
I was shivering inside shaking inside underneath the chair.
Despite the hail of bullets, no one was hurt. The shooter just walked away after firing those shots. The bullets, you can see, left holes in the walls of the hookah lounge as well as some cars in the parking lot. Police are not sure why that business was targeted. They are checking security footage to get a better look at the shooter.
We have a breaking news update for the El Cajon convenience store that collapsed this morning. And we brought it to you live on 10 News at 5 a.m. Our 10 News breaking news tracker was there when part of the awning collapsed at the Superstar Market on 1st and Main Street. The good thing, it didn't hurt anybody, but it did break a water pipe and part of an ice machine. Building inspectors are there checking out the damage. And a developing story here. Layoff notices have been mailed out to San Diego Unified employees, letting them know they may be out of work soon. The layoffs are to make up for a $124 million budget deficit. Mimi Cameron is one of the employees who got a notice. She's a school safety officer at Porter Elementary, and she says it is her dream job. She loves working with kids and keeping them safe.
And they would tell you, oh, Officer Cameron, I can go tell her, you can tell me anything, sweetie. Nothing you do will ever change the way I feel about you.
Cameron says she was also laid off back in 2008. She says she will start looking for another job, but she is hoping something changes. Some of the layoff notices could be rescinded before the next school year. And we did call the district to find out how many employees received notices. Right now, we are still waiting to hear back.
We have some new developments in the Marines' nude photo scandal. The House Armed Services Committee will be briefed on the investigation a week from today. Now, lawmakers say that briefing will be closed so the Commandant of the Marine Corps can talk freely about what he knows so far about the investigation. Just yesterday, 2 women who say their photos were posted on the Facebook group known as Marines United. You can see they talked publicly. The group featured pictures of naked and semi-naked and clothed civilian and military women, followed by vulgar comments for some of them.
We will not be silenced. As a rape survivor, I can tell you that this exact behavior leads to the normalization of sexual harassment and even sexual violence.
The women want others to come forward. They didn't say whether they will press charges. You can see attorney Gloria Allred there in the middle is representing them.
Happening today, firefighters are standing on street corners around the county with their boots in hand. 800 firefighters from 30 different departments are taking part in the 18th annual Firefighter Boot Drive. It raises about 20% of the Burn Institute's revenue and helps fund Beyond the Scars camp for kids with burn injuries. It also helps with training programs for fire safety. I know you've been showing this boot all morning, and hopefully
people will fill that one.
Exactly.